Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to more VoD reviews. We've got Cloud9 versus 100 Thieves, and what were two pretty clean games coming out of C9, I must say. Excited to see how their early games continue to be good, and if their mid games continue to be better. I've seen some upgrades in terms of their lane assignments later on, and also their Baron deploys since week 1, so that's been nice. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into these. So if you guys have been enjoying it, you guys can tune in on twitch.tv/CubbyXX. Drop me a follow there. I'm CubbyXX on Twitter as well. And yeah, if you guys enjoy the content, feel free to drop a like, comment, or sub, and let's dive on in. Okay, game 1 draft. We have a Poppy jungle this game, which I found kind of interesting. I think Poppy gets value into this, but I also don't think, like, with the W, in theory, I don't think Poppy's that good here. Like, you only get to use your W once in a fight. I think it should be used to interrupt Alistar, but I think the issue is that they just don't have damage for me. And I think taking the Azir Trist matchup, like, you're opting into like this weird scenario where by not matching marksman, you're likely going to be going up against a jungler that's going to ramp on you, and then you can get invaded upon. So like C9 taking this top side, I mean, you get Renekton in Italy. Renekton's really strong early. I know that Sniper solo kills here. I'm really out on the Cassante Renekton matchup. I think that, like, in this matchup, you're just agreeing to handshake. And I'd rather see teams pick Jax, or in this case, I think that you'd have to think about an Ornn. Poppy, I think you get popped by the Italy Renekton, so I think that's like a little bit too dangerous, even though that's another option I like in a Renekton. I just think Cassante, like, you're signing up to lose. You will be Cassante later on, but I don't think it's super worth it. Yeah, and then if you're 100 Thieves by going Poppy jungle here, you're signing up for a longer team fight. You have Zeri and then Alistar. Also, I would have rather banned Alistar than Nautilus. I think at least with the Nautilus matchup, you can run into the scenario where not struggles with stats. And I think that Alistar is actually a little bit of a bigger threat to Azir if Azir wants to go in, and it's tank Azir. So I think if you're going tank Azir, I'd rather play in the Naut and just say, okay, take the stats. You know, I do like Naut in Italy quite a bit as a combo, but with Leona, you can kind of stat check and stymie the Naut. Whereas Alistar, like in isolation, I'd rather be Alistar in the Alistar Leona matchup, like pretty much 10 out of 10 times. I really prefer the Alistar side of that matchup in isolation. Because if Leona doesn't, like, bop you really early on, then you just get to be Alistar later on, which is pretty sweet. So, I think for me, like, when you go Azir early, you are signing up to playing a jungler that maybe we're more used to seeing River play in these enablers, but you're kind of signing up to being down. So, I really like these two bans coming out of C9 on the back half. I think pushing him on the Poppy was a good call. It's like, you don't want a Viego here. I don't know what other options River has. Is that you can't Jarvan. They're mobile carries. Yeah. I mean, again, I would have rather dropped top. I think top that you would eat Jax. You have Jax, Cassante. Yeah. Olaf. Olaf gets popped here, but at least if he's not dealt with, you can do shit like later on. Actually, I don't like Olaf this game. But then you have Ornn too, which is doable. So you at least have like 3 options for top. I would have rather taken your jungler here. I think it might have been a little bit of a better setup here for 100 Thieves. So good draft from C9. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna ban out Lee Sin Zin and then you have to go on the Poppy, this is a team that lacks damage. The Kai'Sa can somewhat deal with it, but again, you're going to suffer losing lanes. So C9 for me, I see pretty much 3 shoving lanes and an Italy. And Italy has good characters to E later on. Italy does have some scaling with the E. Don't tell me otherwise. It's a 70% attack speed steroid for 7 seconds. That's crazy. It's also a really nice way to get Trist out of when she doesn't have Q running, because I think, like, Trist for me feels a lot worse now when you don't have Q up. On this patch. We are on live patch course. All right. Oh, this spin matchup was crazy, if I remember correctly. Also, the tank is here for Quid. I mean, I like it. I think it's doable in the Trist. I just don't think it's like super good this game. I think if you're going to go it, you have to go Frozen Heart second. But your team lacks damage overall. And if you're lacking damage against the Zeri and Zeri gets to roll through the fight, it's tough. Shots is my theory. All right, Quiz did a decent job managing that wave, actually. I think Sniper's in the hole. No surprise. I know Thanatos has the option to 3-wave crash in a base. I'm kind of curious he's sticking around. I do think that there is... I like playing the matchup where, like, if you base and get pull or longswords, you can come back and fight Cassante and try and get in the, like, get a TP advantage. So then you can TP on a really good item timer for Renekton. Also, like, you kind of you don't enable him to first base a Bramble. Which I don't love the Bramble on Cassante. I think the way that Surdy plays the matchup right now is that he goes Bramble. And then he goes Iceborne. So, yeah, Sniper ends up getting this wave in. And Thanatos is going to stack some HP to hold. Sniper's still going to have to TP back, but at least he gets one more wave. And I think he gets Bramble start. Phage start is really good for Thanatos. But yeah, he's going to go Bramble. So Renekton's ahead, but it is double TP timer. I think that sometimes you can, if you 3-way base, then you can do it like getting a TP advantage on Cassante. If you get the Uber crash. Okay. I don't agree with 100 Thieves being here. I think I see Renekton on the top side, and I think the grubs are not yours. That is my theory. Yeah, I just don't think you get... I mean, I'm actually kind of amazed that 100 Thieves were able to get these grubs. It still is a 1 for 2, though, which isn't all bad. And the waves were pretty good for C9. Hold on. It was bot for first? I mean, you still get 1. Okay. I was going to ask why Vulcan was in mid, but he was pulled there by Awa. He hit the E. Awa's up a level? Is there a world where we can go on Blabber here? Actually, there might have been. Yeah, what if we... I think the one play here for Awa is like to E-flash Blabber. And then just follow, like, use double flash to follow up. I really think that's the one play they have. And it's really hard to make because Renekton's moving first. Sniper's still dealing with the wave for it to be even, so they don't even have that play, you know? I know that 100 Thieves do, like, end up getting 2, and they actually push C9 out, but it does, like, C9 gets Drake off this now, too. I believe. Yeah. I don't love this for 100 Thieves. I think that you have to drop first grubs and then try and play second grubs into Croc. Like, Croc is way too goddamn strong top. Okay. I remember Inspired saying that this could have been played a little bit better from Thanatos. I mean, he did burn double E. So, like, not having double E and flashing up might have just been a we ult and Q the wave. Well played from Sniper. That's noobs from Thanatos, though. He didn't exactly have E up there. Meanwhile, bot lane. post dragon. Blabber gets crab, Krugs, then goes bot. They're fighting on this timer. It's a good timer. Yeah, they just catch Yale walking in. Alistar also had 6 advantage too. So good timer from C9 to fight. Well played, Vulcan. Yeah. If he gets AO, it's a kill. This was a little bit deep, but they're fine. They got Nidalee. They can play for the camps. They got mid prio. Yep. Hmm. Do I like the swap? Yeah, I think I do like the swap. Like, you know that you're playing for grubs coming up, and you're always proactive on the play. C9 reads it though. So they have the info, but good job. I think it's okay. Like, you're at least first on the plays. Quid can TP back too. Like, at least JoJo's gonna be stuck at that health a little bit. Ooh. Okay. Should JoJo be able to hit the wave like this? Is there maybe a window here where Poppy spotted? Good ward from C. Yeah, good controller by C9. This has been here for a while. Oh man, that's giving C9 a lot of info right now. Like, they actually had full info on where River is, which is really helping JoJo like be able to play up. Also the E from Nid, nice, good drive by from Blabber. Just well done. I was wondering if like on this wave, if there's an angle where like Poppy could be in that brush, but like JoJo spots River behind. Ah, that hurts. Yeah, that hurts. I know that wasn't a great E flash. So the TP timer from Quid gets them at least most of the grubs. Oh, this is not good either. Quid cannot play. Quid. That's a bad click from Quid. Like, there's a world where like if you hit a Zeracuse onto Alistar, you can kind of walk him out. I think Quid taking this damage is an oops. You are tank a zero. You should be holding this door. Like, holding the choke from Quid is good, but taking that was bad. And the re-engage. Vulcan saved ult the first time, and they had Thanatos come in. It's a TP, whereas Sniper just based. He wanted to buy, and he TP's in. I don't like that. I mean, I think there is a world here where Sniper can just play out this wave. They can stack the grubs, and they have 3. So they want more. Yeah. I think that I don't think the grubs are super worth it here for 100 Thieves. It's more of a deny than like a use case for them, in my opinion. So I would have rather, like, if Thanatos is going to TP to that play, I actually would have preferred for Cassante to stay bot. You would handshake the 3 and 3, and you would get a little bit of gold on the Cassante, then be able to, like, in the post play so that you have you have carries in all your side lanes, pretty much, or all your lanes, pretty much. Because we ended up with Sniper and Meech each being in that lane, and Sniper no TPs, so no one could play off bot wave. They were able to get Drake in the back half. But I would have preferred that from 100 Thieves. They didn't play for that, but this team is going to make plays. Hmm. I really like how C9 put JoJo away from the dragon here and committed the display. Honestly, I think this is worth the Drake drop. Like, just get Triss plates. Or get Triss pressure. I think JoJo snuck one more plate in. Good escape from Sniper, but still, like, yeah. C9 got Herald, and they're going to match the turret. JoJo's going to base and get in the long lane now. I like this, too, from C9. Like, having, like, when you have your two solo laners, like, one really wants more gold, whenever you have a chance to throw them in the long lane is good. That plays over top, so they base JoJo faster, and they get him in this lane. Where, again, he's going into Cassante, so, like, I think the lane assignments here are getting, like, a little bit botched. Or, like, C9 is able to respond really well to the lane assignments. I mean, if you have Tristan Cassante, that's so free. You're getting all your farm. At least Azir can, like, step up and chunk you a little bit. You know? He didn't get the wave off. Yeah. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to go in here. Could have been played better. I think the one move is that he would have had to flash the River E. Yeah, he would have had to flash River E. That's about the only way he gets out. I like the response though from C9. They see everyone top, and instead of continuing to be bot, JoJo actually groups, and then they can collapse on this, so they can't push anymore. That's nice. That's this is nice from C9. I know Thanatos goes down, but they have their waves in good spots, and they're able to play good defense because of it. I don't know. This draft just has no damage for 100 Thieves. I don't think this is the game to go no damage. You have Zeri, elongated fight. You have Nid heals. You have Alistar in the elongated fight. I think that the long fight was advantageous. So I know that you want to go tank into the Triss matchup as Azir, but I think it's cooked. How is Blabber here? Oh, he just gets stuck. Alright, this is an oops. I think it's a little bit tricky for Blabber. I think the best solution here is that if he's just able to get around the corner immediately, he kind of stutters. If he gets all the way around the corner, I think that's the way to play out of this. Also, he doesn't flash the Solar Flare, which he might have been able to do. Yeah, he can flash over the wall here, so it doesn't react either. Alright, good fun. Good pick. Good buster shot from JoJo. Yeah, that just makes this a front to back fight. And good flash. Well played. Yeah, again, there's just no damage on 100 Thieves. Especially like with Meech only has a Kraken right now. I think this fight's not... I think you just have to take Blabber and get out. Get Blabber play lines. I really don't think the long fight's possible. Like, especially when you take an all-in angle like that. It's a really good buster shot. I think Quid played this fight too fast. If I'm Quid... this is gonna seem like a little bit of hindsight, but I do think that you want to be on this side of the fight. Oh man, it's a really good flash to get over the wall. We'll play C9. I mean, Meech should go top and get the wave too. Oh, we can agree the top wave. I actually think Meech should agree to the top wave. Oh, another one to play Drake. I don't think you can play Drake here. I would have rather had Meech play off top. Fuck the Drake for your 100 Thieves. Alright. Yeah, and it just goes C9 for free. I love Reaper sitting with just the notes. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I mean, I think that's an opportunity to like funnel a wave or two in the Meech. Cause like you can see Meech is behind. I think that reset was a little bit preemptive from him. I think he can greed that on the map. He needs to be the one that does damage. Like Meech being behind just cooks his comp. There's absolutely no damage in this draft. You also don't have I mean, Renekton loves this draft. Yeah, I really think that like a lot of C9's champs just like love this draft. You're telling me Renekton gets to play in a fucking tank Azir? You just get to stack Fury and hit Qs throughout the fight? Hell yeah. I'm in. I'm in. We have Triss behind too. What do you have drafted instead? We talked about it. It was Cassante on 3. I really don't love the Cassante and Renekton matchup. I think it's very Renekton-sided. I would have taken the jungler on 3. So would have taken like a Xin or Lee Sin. Probably Xin was the pick. Xin and Lee Sin were each banned by C9 going into the second phase, and you end up with a Poppy jungle, which just doesn't bring damage to the table. And Steadfast Presence is valuable this game, don't get me wrong, but you can only use it once. Like, how much if C9's smart, their ability to play around that should be pretty solid. And like, what value do we get if we hold the door from Alistar? I don't think it's a ton. I don't know. I also like. I'm down. I like Tank Azir sometimes. I think it's okay. There was a good angle for it that ABO played this week in NACL. This game though, I think that everyone on C9 wants a long fight. I think every champion on C9 loves a long fight. And there's really no chance for 100 Thieves in this one if they have a long fight. Alright, they get Vulcan ult. For the ult, and it's a trade up. But they're going to hit Baron. Thanatos is spotted. Oh, I don't like that. No damage. How did Meech flash, by the way? Oh, man. No faith. Oh, that's really tough, actually. I think that's like actually a big part of the reason why C9 hit Baron here. Like, they have 100 Thieves kind of chunk, they have Nidalee, and you have no flash on Kaisa, and you have all your flashes up. This Kaisa's getting found. Well played. Yeah, that feels bad. All right, that's pretty much game. Okay, I stayed on to take Drake. Let's see the Baron deploy now. This is one. I think C9's leveled this up. This was aggressive from JoJo. This was poor. Yeah, this is just not necessary from JoJo. Like, for me, off this Baron deploy, you need to fix both your sides. So I'd fix one side. I'd deploy as like in 3 lanes, fix one side, then collapse 4-1, and then try and use that to like collapse into one of the side lanes. And I think that bot's the easier setup, given that we just saw 100 Thieves around. So like, I'd fix top side. Well, I guess Baron's still up. While I'm talking about a Baron deploy, there was no Baron taken. They just took Drake. I'm trolling. Well, I'm actually fucking trolling. The setup's fine. Judges shouldn't do this. You need to fix top lane first, IMO. Like, fuck this play. Go fix mid and top, and then next timer is like guaranteed play. We get way more info. And have to respond to like 2 waves. What's up, Gambarino? LCS wasn't that great. NACL was actually decent. Like, high key, I thought FlyQuest Challengers was like a middle of the pack LCS team this week, based on watching both leagues. That team's good. And they actually played like they're good this time. They dropped to Disguise 2-1 last week, which was... I think they had 2 kind of stinkers of drafts. Honestly, I think Disguise had some really good drafts in that series, but FlyQuest Challengers, like, they've rolled Supernova. I mean, the leagues won't ever do it, but I think that last split with Quad, FlyQuest Challengers, I said they wouldn't have been last in LCS. This split, like, with Bradley, they're not quite as strong. So Dragonsteel is, like, the best team, but I still think that when FlyQuest Challengers are at their best, they are the team to beat. And their top, their jungle support duo plays really well together. Like, I do think that I don't know if they just like beat Shopify and Immortals, but I think that they would actually be vying for a playoff spot this split, depending on how a couple best of threes went. Yeah, it's never gonna happen. It's not like the TL rosters with Spawn. There was one split where I actually felt like legit they would be like a 6th-place LCS team, like 6-7. That was like when it was the Ayla, Yawn, Harry, Bradley, Armeo. That team was a well-oiled machine. But they play together for a while too. Just like most of the pieces, so. So Fearless discourages creativity? I mean, within the meta, but you're always forced to be creative in like every draft now. Oh, it's not soon enough from quad. Sorry, not really talking about this game. Whoops, we didn't need to hit that. This game's Ogre. GG's, C9. Yeah, I didn't love the 100 Thieves draft. I think C9 again played it out very well. All right, next game. I might have to cut this one short. Were you casting Academy with Mouse on C9? I was. All right, game 2. Ash, Cassante, Corki again. We give away Renekton Italy yet again. Again, I don't love the Cassante answer. I'd prefer Ornn or Jax. I'm starting to actually be out on Cassante, guys. I'm going to be honest. Oh, sorry. I missed that. What are you? The 80s that are top 3, like in their role, I don't know. I think it kind of depends. I think Ash is number 1. But then I think 80s right now are a little bit more of a utility role. Because they're just carries elsewhere, like mid jungle. Where does Zeri fall in the power rankings? I think Zeri mid is fake. I like Zeri bot. I think Zeri mid's fake as shit. I don't get the obsession with this champ. Okay. Ash, Corki. We have not. I mean, again, we can get Alistar. Yeah, Alistar gets rolled. He doesn't get rolled. This early lane should be ahead for 100 Thieves against C9. But again, Alistar scales really nicely. Lucian's playable mid in the Corki. You have Zeri later on. I think Brand can be an issue this game because Brand deals pretty well with the front line of C9. And there isn't like, with Leona out, there isn't like, guaranteed pick for Brand. Like you have to be in range of Alistar, or it has to be Renekton angles, or you get poked out by C9's team. So C9 have to be a little bit more disciplined about how they play with their range this game. Whereas I feel like last game, they could have just they just out-damaged in fights, right? This time, I think they have to be a little bit more careful. Yeah, okay. Let's continue. Oops. I still like how C9 are using Nidalee. I think that Nidalee, like a lot of people are misreading. Ash number 1's not hot. That champion's so busted. I think a lot of people are misreading what Nidalee brings to the table right now. I think that Nidalee and the attack speed steroid she gives is actually significant later on. It's like, yes, you do get the early pressure, but it's not like she doesn't scale for shit. Like she actually has some forms of scaling. But it's just not on her. It's with buffing up your ADs. So if you're taking shit like Corki, like Triss that can abuse this, which is what C9's doing, Lucian in this case will go the Kraken on hit build, so not as abusable as others, but still like you have Zeri on your team. You actually are very useful later on. I did not catch all of the G2 Fnatic series, no. Alright, so Quid hit level 2 first. He killed the ward. So he gets the first wave. Jojo preemptively flash because the Quid flashes, then he dies. Quid went for an auto there, and Jojo hit level 2 to survive. Then sidesteps the Q, gets the heal, and is actually not doomed in that lane. Even if the early lane was kind of hard, he actually forced Quid out. Clutch heal from the Nidalee, Oh, and then this is just a fucking tragedy. I mean, good timer here from Thanatos, but the pathing that River has this game, he's not pathing towards his strong lane. He's pathing towards bot to top. And this is a bit unlucky. So River comes down with a smite. And then Thanatos, really nice combo. He uses the empowered stun. He uses Fury and the empowered stun. Not like a second E or anything. So it's very well done. Quit TP's back. Gets a kill. That's big. And then Thanatos has double buff. So top lane is just like, it's just fucking over. Like he got the wave in. Comes back with a kill and double buffs. Good luck. Yeah. That's a blower. That said, 100 Thieves. Another setup around mid. I didn't exactly see how this one happened because we were in replay. I'm going to assume that the Ashe Nautilus got base off first. And then... Oh, no, they haven't based yet. Okay, so we just walked. It's a good walk. I mean, good walk from Ayla. They have control over bot river, so he's walking. Like they could see if wards were down or not. Gets the walk, gets quit a base, which he didn't need in that matchup. And then Ashe just gets the catch. All right, good play. Oh, let's see. I will say mid matchup's like very warped now because of the steel caps rush for Quids, so he just wins War of Attrition. And Lucian can't dash in because you just get eat in the face. This oh my god, this was tilting. It was level 4. Thanatos is very fed this game. We're gonna contest first grubs again. I do not understand why 100 Thieves opted to contest grubs against 2 Renekton games. I really don't. I just think you lose this fight. You're down a level support. You're down a level top. Thanatos has the kill. And then we walk in below Aftershock on Renekton and do not do nearly enough damage. There's no 6 yet for Bran. And we just get cooked. Good flash blabber. I did not understand this contest. I really don't understand why we contested grubs 2 times in a row against Renekton. I think it made this game really hard for 100. Like, this series is really hard for 100 Thieves. This, for me, is you sack first grubs, you play for Dragon, then you pray that by the next scrubs, you're not, already down horrendous to Renekton, which is going to be the case now because they dropped that fight. All right. So in the post play, we sent Lucian bot with Alistar. I will say I can't see runes. This is doable. Like getting Zeri levels isn't bad, and Lucian's a little bit behind. I can't see runes. I don't know. I'm looking for Fauna Life because Fauna Life procs Lucian passive. It looks like he has it. Yeah, it looks like Fauna Life's on Alistar. So good take here from Vulcan. And that's a free 2v2. Really nice though by C9 to like kind of move the map around and manipulate their levels. Because they did have level advantage bot for both support and mid. And they were actually able to find that and then survive the level disadvantage mid. Because Corki against Zeri can kind of match the push. That's very, very nice from C9 actually. I'm not sure if they were thinking about that at all, but I think that play was doable and yeah. Alright, Sniper has a bad yoink here. Like, River flashed in to get the full combo. And I think that you want to yoink after full combo. And now this game gets weird. Because that was like the trade play that really should have hit for 100 Thieves. But now we're down pretty hard everywhere but mid. And even, like, Jojo just got a kill. So Blabber just gets the jail River. Good jail. Berserker's surviving. And, yep, good luck. So, again, not spotted here. And that opens up this play for Vulcan. This is free as shit. Meeches no sums, so. Ashe gets a little bit weak-sided, unfortunately. Yeah, I really like the conviction that C9's playing with in some of these early games. I also just think that, like, a lot of the teams in our league right now, especially lower level teams, are sending too many people to plays. All right, split grubs. Sending too many people to plays. Like, I feel like C9 are not, like, overcommitting members, and that way, like, they're able to play most of them out. This is a good take, though. I think this was an oopsie from JoJo. Obviously, he's not expecting to get, I mean, he can't see Ayla, actually. This is very greedy on JoJo's part. Alright. It's a JoJo moment. Ooh. And doesn't Thanatos just win these? Yeah. I actually think Thanatos could play this better. If he doesn't E again, we just saw W come down on Sniper. He gets empowered stun onto the Cassante. Yeah, he also could have gotten empowered stun there if you waited in the auto. So, I mean, it doesn't matter though. Yeah, this play is not winnable. Should have left Ayla. Ayla for JoJo would have been very worth. But these guys like to fight. I mean, meanwhile, Blabber just eats the entire bot side jungle of the Bran. So again, C9, able to get away with this, and then Quid just dies. Push one wave too many. It's messy. Quid has a blue trinket, so yeah, that's really messy. Thanatos is up, pretty much a full level. Man. Yeah. That's not great. Okay. 100 Thieves. I mean, at this point, I will say they have to fight to get some shutdowns, but I think that some of the takes they've had have not been it. And their bot lane is miles behind. Everyone besides mid is kind of miles behind at this point. I mean, Misha's throwing an arrow into Cow. Vulcan Cow ended up being really valuable in both games. This game is just hard at this point. This one's a hard one. The fact that Ayla actually is somehow able to find Berserker is pretty wild. This was a little split from C9. It's like they drop. I think instead of starting Herald when they do, Blabber and Thanatos need to connect. So they need to get the 80s in here. So I think that they hit this a little bit early. Yeah, because like we aren't able to connect. And let's see vision. I know we're fighting a lot. Oh god. Vulcan has 3 wards up. He also has no ult. So yeah, I think fighting this like with no Alistar ult is a little bit harder, but there's no Not or Ashe ult. Okay, that's fine. No Alistar ult does make this harder. I mean, it's a solo ult from Bran. Like Vulcan actually gets a lot of value this. But JoJo kind of gets melted. Thanatos didn't want to go in. I think there's a world where Thanatos can go in here, by the way. Yeah, I actually think that... No. I'm trolling. I mean, Brand's missing some shit. They don't really do a lot of damage right now. Maybe there's a world where you can move shit if you're Thanatos, but no, it's fine. All right. Oh, he didn't. If he had Sterax there, high key, doable. Like if he's on Sterax, it's sendable. Oh boy. Jojo melts. Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened here. Like again, I think that C9, like for this fight, I do think they should have connected mid. I can't see how many wards that Vulcan has, but the fact they don't have vision in this pocket and they're trying to connect here means that this was hit early, in my opinion. Because like if we play for this pocket again, we can at least get our marksman on the right side of the fight. And then I don't know exactly how this happens, so I'm gonna hope we get a replay. We don't get a replay. I guess they just thought that AO and they didn't. Jojo ate the stun. Definitely a push. There's just no flash for that scenario, so that is a really good find by 100 Thieves. Like they need those. I think Sniper goes for an all in here and loses. He's not gonna win this one. Yeah, I could have told you he wasn't gonna win that one. He took that. Bit of a tilter. Team fights for better or worse, you know. And they learned from there. I get that's definitely been the 100 Thieves approach. Fortunately, it hasn't gotten better. No, okay, there's no flash on river. Good take. Yeah, I mean this is. Oh, it's hard to play. It's not very doable. That's really easy from Vulcan. Also, when you do get this far ahead, like one of the reasons I really like Leona in the mage meta is because you can interact with Brand like with non-committal engage. But when you're this far ahead, you can actually just send it. It's pretty lit. All right, fuck the wave. We go play for the fight. I will say they. How does Awa use his turn here? Because Awa has to base. Oh, I don't like this. I mean, he gets good vision, but I think the ult from Sniper. I think if Sniper ults through the wall, he actually might be out. Not the case. So he's traded. So they get mid objective bounty, but then Baron started for C9. Just keep on playing fast. How did River get... Oh, God. That's not good. River's no flash, and he's got no body block in this formation. I think Ayla's got to go body block River here and get River in if they really want to walk up and do this. Like, the way that Ayla's at, like, he's going for the control ward. He can go on the other side of the wall and be in front of River. It's like River just... Yeah. Yeah. And then they only get... They get 2? Could be worse. Blabber trading flash for flash. We love it. I actually like how Blabber's been like trading flash for flash a little bit. Like, I feel like he's trading up. He's done that multiple times on purpose in this game. Big fan. It's a small thing in the league, really, but it is a really big thing at this level. Like that's the second time he's just removed flash from Quid, and the other like for his, and the other time he got a kill. And now like it's way easier now for Vulcan to find someone, you know. So like by doing that, you just keep the game fast. Good angle from Vulcan here. Arrow hit on Berserker while he was down cleanse, so they got a kill. We don't need to go over that one again. Good defense from 100 Thieves. That's a little bit of noobs here from C9. Looks like they were still setting... I can't really see minimap. Yeah, he's catching the wave high. Or no, he already killed the wave. So they're going to kill the wave and rotate top. I do think that's the right play, but just didn't get him out. Okay. And that Thanatos is fixing bots. They could set up that next. That's That is a decent Baron to play, like a temp from C9. But yeah, just Berserker's catching that too high. He doesn't have to catch it this high. So I think that catching in that pocket though, where you do get the wall to escape, I can see that for Zeri, but I think he caught a little bit too high. All right, guys, we have a meeting in a couple minutes, so we gotta get through the rest of this. I apologize, as we're gonna have River melt to red buff. Sniper TP'd in. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna throw our Croc back in the rest of the team with a Sterax. Nice. Thanatos hates that, man. Yeah, he didn't like that scenario at all. Okay, well played, C9. Yeah, those are two pretty solid games. I think we went to like one or two slip-ups from them. I think there's like a lot of good decisions being made by C9. I really like where they commit their resources. I think they don't overcommit often. I think a lot of teams right now in LCS are guilty of overcommitting. I think C9 is pretty consistent about playing out their lanes. And also trading out the flash for flash like the way they do. It keeps their game, like they're still able to play the game quick. But they always have plays that are available, and they're just taking the easy plays. It's really good tracking of flashes and such. So, that being said, that's it for me. Done with VoD for the day. We got Hotline League in an hour. I have a meeting. Thanks so much for tuning in. And if you are on YouTube, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys for the next VoD review. Peace!